Vocabulary skills are critical to a student's academic achievement. In and out of the classroom, student success depends on grasping reading comprehension and English language development. Hi, I'm teacher Sheila and I make educational videos. Today I'm talking about creative strategies to improve vocabulary teaching. Be sure to have a look at the comprehensive list of targeted strategies to help you teach vocabulary to your students. The first strategy to improve vocabulary teaching is take a student's perspective. You understand what it's like to grow your own vocabulary. You've been doing it for many years. With your higher education and experience in reading and writing, there is much wisdom you can pass on to your students. Adjust lesson plans to accommodate any problems that students encounter as they learn new words. Show them how to take a word they've never heard on before. Sound it out and show its use in a sentence or two. They'll pick up on its meaning through the sentences. One way to level up this language technique is to take a culturally responsive approach. And you can do this by framing new words and examples that are familiar to your students, whether it's geographically, culturally, or socioeconomically, for example. Second, try using a word wall. A word wall encourages kids to focus on learning new words. Word walls are easy to create. Simply type or handwrite a list of words in large letters and hang them up on a bulletin board or a wall where students can see it every day. Be sure to add new words throughout the year so that your students deepen their knowledge of unknown words and their meaning. Invite your students to take part in creating a bigger wall and add pictures, synonyms, and antonyms to each word. If they're having trouble grasping the meaning of specific words, adding synonyms can help ease confusion. Word walls provide a fun way to increase your students' vocabulary skills. The third one, create vocabulary notebooks. Vocabulary notebooks encourage students to expand their prior knowledge and boost their English language proficiency. Hand out notebooks so that they can jot down new words and their meanings. You can motivate students to think about writing synonyms and antonyms beside its new word. To make vocabulary notebooks more fun, ask your students to draw pictures or create charts to show how they use a word in a few sentences. It gives them an opportunity to practice that word a few times and reinforce its definition. And speaking of opportunities, a perfect time for students to practice their language with vocabulary notebooks is during writing periods. A regular cadence of writing periods coupled with their vocabulary notebooks will encourage students to reflect on the words they've learned and to actively use them in writing to get additional practice. These vocabulary workbooks remind students of their advancement. It'll help them realize just how much they've progressed throughout the year. The fourth one, connect word meanings with semantic mapping. Semantic mapping is a type of graphic organizer that displays a relationship between specific words and phrases. Select one student to draw a keyword on the chalkboard. Next, encourage students to participate in creating the map and write words that are connected to the keyword. For example, a student or teacher could write the keyword farm on the chalkboard. Your students would take turns writing words such as cow, barn, horse, hay, and farmer. Semantic maps help build students' vocabulary and reading comprehension. Teachers can add more challenging words each week. As students grow their vocabulary, they'll become confident in their reading and writing abilities. Fifth, make word cards. Word cards help students to develop their ability to learn new words and highlight their meaning. There are few ways you can get students to create their own word cards. In this example, students can write single keywords on separate blank cards. They'll determine if that word is a noun, a pronoun, adjective, or a verb. Make sure they write the definition below each word. Instruct them to use those words in a few sentences or turn the word into a quick writing prompt. Consider putting students into small groups of 2 or 4 kids. They can help each other to develop their vocabulary by introducing keywords to each other and asking them to use these words in a sentence. Weekly word cards support English language development and enhance reading comprehension. Six, encourage reading comprehension. It's crucial to every student's academic success to develop reading comprehension abilities. A variety of teaching methods, combined with consistent reading assignments, could help build comprehension and vocabulary development. Below, you'll find a few tips to help strengthen your students' reading comprehension skills. We have class discussion about books they're reading. Talking about books helps students to remember the stories and promotes comprehension. The next one, phonics. Practicing phonics is a fun way for kids to build their vocabulary skills. Phonics helps students master sounds and differentiate between letters that sound the same as S and TH. The third one, reading grade. Reading grade appropriate books. Give your students books suited for their grade level. Books should be easy enough for kids to understand the stories, meaning but challenging enough to expand their vocabulary. Next, read aloud. Get students to take turns reading aloud to help them see words and to hear them too. They can learn how to pronounce the words as they go. Be mindful to students who might find reading aloud in front of the whole class to be daunting. If any students come to mind, it can help them to read aloud to a partner, a teacher, parent, or small group. Seven, use visuals and situations. When possible, use meaningful visual in your classroom. Flashcard tools like vocabulary cartoons help students connect words to fun cartoons through memory techniques. This program works well from the elementary grades through to high school. Use the following visual vocabulary teaching strategies with your students. If you've created a word wall, ask your students to make paper flashcards with new words and their definitions. Display the flashcard for the entire class to look at every day. Make sure you change the words each week so that they continuously learn new words and phrases. Next, turn your students into word detectives. This fun activity gets kids to read books while searching for keywords. Hand them a list of keywords to find in the book. When they find the keywords used in sentences, encourage them to use those words in spoken and written sentences. Kids love art, so why not get them to create drawings to express their understanding of words? Students can form their own connections to new words through drawings, patterns, and other examples. And that's all for now. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.